What's up, guys? We are Tottenham TV here. We got Louis and Lewis from 100% Chelsea. We're going to do a combined 11 for the Spurs and Chelsea game. What formation are we going to start off with, you reckon? 3-4-3?
4-3-3.
4-3-3, you reckon, for the back?
Yeah, why not? I mean, we've got to fit in, like, defenders, so...
Both sides can play a 3-4-3, so I'd say we go for that.
Yeah, what he said. Yeah!
All right,
3-4-3.
I'm
Chelsea.
One. That's it. All right, so we'll start with goalkeeper. So, Lloris versus Courtois.
I mean, both wouldn't be out of place in the brothel. I mean, they like to have their legs wide open. So, I'm
Courtois' form this season?
Up and down. I think I don't like him. He annoys me because basically he's talking about. He put someone in the press yesterday going, "I don't like all this speculation surrounding about I moved to Madrid." Yeah, he started it. So it's a case of, you know, he talks about all this. He's an all right keeper, but he really isn't all that. I'd say he's the second or third best in the league. But
I would say in the past 3 seasons you would have said he's world class.
I'd say he's world class, but I wouldn't say he's top end of world class. David De Gea is world class.
A couple of years ago, people would have said he's one of the best keepers in the world. Not anymore, I don't think.
I'd agree with that. Lou?
I'll be honest with you, as much as like Courtois has been in pretty bad form recently, I think it's literally just bad form. I think other than the last couple of games, I think Courtois has actually been pretty solid. I honestly think he's the second best keeper in the league, bar De Gea obviously.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to go for Courtois. No bias.
I would like to say Lloris, his distribution lets him down a little bit, unfortunately.
So is Courtois.
Yeah.
Distribution is poor.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. His distribution is pretty bad.
So when you're going on shot stopping, I think Lloris is better than Courtois shot stopper.
In the big games?
You're just referencing that one game against Chelsea, aren't you?
In general, I'm saying in big games, does he step up for you, or can you? The way you stood there, and you had to think. Then, obviously, for us, I mean, Thibaut Courtois, when he has his ups and downs in the big games, he's always good, always good.
I think Courtois edges it, unfortunately.
I think he's just got a bit more about him aerially as well in terms of like claiming crosses and
like 6'7".
Yeah, he's a strong lad. Lloris kind of flaps sometimes. He doesn't really. So I'd give Courtois edges it. I think you can go world class keeper anyway.
Okay.
Right wing back. I think we'll start there. What, Moses versus Trippier?
Take Trippier.
Zappacosta versus Trippier.
Really, Aurier in the conversation.
We'll still go with Trippier. We'll go with Trippier.
Oh, yeah, I'd go Trippier. Trippier's superb. I like Trippier a lot. When you signed him from Burnley, I was sort of going, really? It doesn't really make sense. Then obviously he had Kyle Walker.
3 million we signed him for.
Yeah, no, he is a good player. He's solid. So yeah, I'd put Trippier in.
But Moses last season was fantastic.
Yeah, last.
That's because the formation was something that the Premier League hadn't seen before.
Yeah.
This season it's been exposed, and Moses has just been exposed. He's average, just simple as.
He honestly hasn't got the last ball in him at all. He hits the first man every time. I guarantee you, watch him when he gets the ball on Sunday, right? I guarantee he won't score on Sunday. He won't.
I'll take Trippier anyway. I'm happy with that.
Okay.
So Trippier there. Left wing back, Alonso versus Ben Davies.
I'm going to have to fight for Alonso, I'm sorry.
So consistent. He's one of our most consistent performers. He's one of the best left backs in the league without a doubt. I'm having Alonso, 100%.
Trippier, hate him. I'm not having Alonso. No,
you're not going to make case for Ben Davies? I think
Ben Davies had a brilliant season.
Yes, yeah.
I thought he's been keeping Danny Rose out the side. Danny Rose has been awful this season though. Like he's going to start
deserved his place
and doesn't non-deserved at all. Yeah. But there's no one else.
But I think Davies has earned his place by right. I think he's been one of the finest left backs in the league this season. But I think Alonso's done it for 2 years now, really consistently scoring goals. Do you not think he's a bit suspect defensively?
I think now, basically, because he hasn't really had a backup for half the season, he's shattered. Like I think that there's times now where you do get a bit worried because he's trying to track back and it's a physical impossibility. Like he's there, he's not the quickest, but now he's even slower because he's just so tired. But he still gets back, or he has someone covering him, like Kante comes across. So there are moments where he can be suspect, but overall, going forward and back, I think Alonso's a superb player.
I think what he gives forward, going forward, what he contributes just edges him over Davies.
He might be a better player overall, but I actually think Ben Davies could have had a better season than him this season.
Arguably.
Let's see what happens at the end of the season. I think when that conversation's had, it needs to be had when all the games have been played. You can't have that conversation now.
Oh, I'll give it Alonso. He just had great free kicks as well. All right, centre backs. 3 centre backs.
Are we going players that still aren't fit? So we're going to all the while on that. We're going to include them in the conversation. Or we're going to go
90 minutes for Belgium last night.
Oh, did he? Yeah, he did. Yeah,
He's going to be back.
No, he won't. He won't play. He's not going to play. Oh, let's leave Toby out of it. I don't mind.
seriously.
Yeah,
I think he's the best centre half in the league.
So do I.
He is, but he's
I think he's the best.
joking.
What, just because he might be coming to us next year?
He ain't going to you, that's for sure.
35 million buyout.
I don't think Toby's going to play on Sunday.
He only has a buyout clause if the contract gets extended.
Yeah.
Yeah, triggers the extension.
So we'll trigger the extension, get that sorted. He'll come to Chelsea, sort out that back line. Happy days.
All right. So who are you going as your 3?
Aspilicueta is definitely in there.
Yeah.
I'll put Alderweireld in there because he's the best centre half in the league.
Vertonghen has to be Vertonghen.
Yeah, but I want to make a case for Christensen. I really do.
No, you can't put Vertonghen over
I'm
Christensen.
sorry, I'm siding with them.
I mean, Vertonghen, he was in my head.
Jan Vertonghen's been better over the last 2 years than Alderweireld.
3 years, Vertonghen's been solid. Yeah, but yeah.
What about Rudiger? Do you not think anything of him?
Listen, Rudiger is superb. He's a player where people have been slating him, saying he's not that good or whatever. Honestly, Antonio Rudiger, well, first, he's quick. He's recorded the quickest speed in the Premier League. So if you're going to look at this team in terms of mobility and players playing, I guess you have to have the conversation about Rudiger. He's he's in a World Cup squad for Germany. Probably a contender for the World Cup this year. There's a case there, but again, Vertonghen has been solid for 3 years. He is a fantastic centre half. And if you need to go forward at the back, shove him at left back.
A lot of Spurs fans would argue he's been even better than Toby, especially for the past couple of years anyway. Yeah, that was what you said. That's what I just said. Sorry, I missed that.
Sibling squabbles, sorry.
Yeah. Davinson Sanchez, do you not think he would make a case for the team?
Sanchez.
You have to make a case for Christensen. Because Christensen is the best young centre-back in the league.
I can't make a case for Sanchez. He's not better than Toby or Jan, and whoever you picked, he's not better than him either.
I'm happy to go as P, Jan and Toby.
I'll give you that.
As P, Jan and Toby, the 3.
So that's
The midfield kind of picks itself, doesn't it? Dembele and Kante.
Dembele and Kante.
Yeah, I'm done with that.
Yeah, that's 3. No need to argue.
Yoko in it.
Oh, look.
Harry Winks. Harry Winks gets in there.
He's a decent. I like Harry Winks. I think he's a good
Doesn't
player.
get ahead of Kante.
No. I like when he plays. He's a very
Eric Dyer doesn't get in there, I guess.
Nah, I don't think so.
You'd bring him.
Wanyama might have been in there last season.
Yeah, but you got to pair up Wanyama to Kante, and I think Kante is a better player than him. Yeah.
If this team was going to play, would you play Dyer and Kante or Dyer and Wanyama, or would you play? But would you play 2 defensive midfielders? Because it wouldn't.
Someone like Dembele in there.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree with that. So yeah, Dembele and Kante picks itself.
All right. So now the problem with playing this formation is we can only fit 2 of Eriksen, Dele, and Son in the team.
Eriksen, Dele, and Son. What about Hazard?
Hazard and William.
No, I'm just saying, out of the Spurs players,
Hazard.
as the lineup we're comparing it to, we only fit 2 of them in.
Well, Kane is definitely there.
Right, so yeah, Kane's obviously Kane ahead of Morata or Giroud.
What are you talking about? Yeah, of course.
You can, I tell you what, you can combine Morata and Giroud into one player if you want, and Kane will still be ahead. Yeah, Kane.
That sounds like a bread. I don't know. Do you want some? Maroon.
I think he probably has more goals than them combined anyway. So Kane gets in there up front.
Yeah.
We're on the left-hand side. Would you say Son versus Hazard?
On this season, it's got to be Son. I'm sorry, but it's got to be.
Son has had a more consistent season than Hazard. I would argue that.
Why do I have this
Hazard has been injured for the first 2-3 months of it.
The thing is with Hazard, we were having this conversation before, like, he has got all the qualities to be up there with the Ballon d'Ors and everyone, but where is he?
Nothing.
I think he's just very relaxed in the way that he plays. With me, it's the case, I think if he had a lot more motivation, he would be up there. It's just a case of he knows how good he is and he's just going with it.
Play football. He said that. He's a selfless player and he likes to create opportunities for his teammates. It's a shame we just don't have anyone to finish him. But
yeah, it's so frustrating for you because he's got that ability. He knows he has that ability.
so much.
In terms of talent alone, Hazard's got to be in there.
Yeah, but
Are we doing this
Son
in
has had a
formal
better
talent?
season than Hazard for sure.
There's
But
no,
are we
there's no
doing
two
this
ways
based
about
on
it.
form, or are we doing this based on their quality?
It's got to be on how they've been this season.
Is that because you just
Why
want to
is
put
all
someone
the
there?
Why
Yes.
is Kane's unfit at the minute, so why is he in the team?
Still scored what? How many goals?
Yeah,
20,
but he's unfit. So if we're going to have a conversation, it seems it's based on talent alone, then Hazard goes in this team.
That is
There's
absolute
no way
bollocks.
we can do this. I'm sorry. There's no way we can do this combined 11 without Hazard. No way. Hazard's got to be in there.
Ahead of Son. Son's had such a good season though.
Hey, let's go by stats then. How many goals has Hazard scored this season?
I don't know, I haven't got it on top of me.
11.
Well, you did your research before, didn't you?
How many goals has Son got? 12.
Okay.
Son is 12 goals to Hazard's
How
11.
many chances has he laid on?
Huh?
How many chances has he laid on?
Sure about that
Exactly. Boom!
How many goals has Hazard made?
A lot. A lot.
Completed.
Not as many as Hazard. Not as many as Hazard. What's
How
more
many
important,
successful
goals or
dribbles?
take-ons? What's more important, goals or dribbles?
Well, with take-ons and dribbles, it's you getting the ball into making those
A
chances.
goal is you putting the ball in the net.
fair play, but Hazard prefers to be the creator.
Boom!
Yes.
Son is one of the most informed players in the whole Premier League out of everyone.
Do you want to put Son and Hazard then?
But no, you have to have Eriksen in. We have to have Eriksen in there. All right, we'll give you Hazard.
No, we won't. No chance.
Yeah.
You
Son has
can't-
been 1,000 times better.
You can't have a combined 11 without Eden Hazard.
I'm only giving you Hazard if we get Eriksen ahead of William.
That is bollocks. No way.
Well, in terms of
How can you
talent, I'd
put
give that to them.
Hazard.
William's inconsistent.
Yeah, alright. Give you Eriksen.
Give us Eriksen over William. Do an overview of the team.
Yeah, go on.
Courtois in goal.
Yeah.
Trippier right back.
Yeah.
Alonso at left back.
Yeah.
Vertonghen, Toby and Azpilicueta centre back.
Yeah.
Dembele, Kante midfield.
Yeah.
Hazard, Kane and Eriksen up front. Son, Kane.
Being so bitter.
What do you reckon in the comments? Leave the comments. Son or Hazard this season? What do you reckon? Are you happy with that team? More Spurs players. Do you reckon that reflective of how the season's gone?
That's reflective of how the season's gone. I think it's a fair team. I still don't think it's a great team, if I'm honest. Honestly, I don't.
Very good team.
it's a good
Brilliant
team.
team.
It's a good
Win
team.
the
But if you
league?
looked at it, no.
No? Don't think that team will win the league?
No.
Interesting.
I don't think. Look at if you just looked at City's team right now. I mean, if we were to do this team and make it into a squad, if you look at the depth, I don't think the depth's there. I mean, I think
Didn't you mention Dele Alli?
I know, but this is the thing. So if you're going to play 3-4-3 with Dele Alli getting the team regularly, no.
To bring on from the bench, there's great players there. You got Hazard.
You got Son.
No, you got Son. You got William. You got Dele Alli, Christensen.
You happy with the team?
Yeah,
Sanchez.
honestly, I think that's the
Great
fairest
strength
team we
and
could have come up with.
Fair team.
Yeah, I know we both went on
Maurice.
about with Son Hazard. I'm sorry, it is Hazard. But other than that, with depth, the bench would be mad. The bench would be mad. Honestly, I think that team would win the league by a mile.
Who's the manager?
Oh, that's another question. That's a good one.
Who's the manager of that team?
Well,
You go 3-4-3. You've got to go with the man who basically brought it back to the Premier League and Antonio Conte. But right now, obviously, there's a whole fiasco going on around him. Or do you want someone who potentially, I think?
Pochettino was the first manager to expose it. Pochettino was the first manager to expose it.
Yeah, he was.
At White Hart Lane.
Your White Hart Lane last season.
Yeah.
I think, listen, as much as I love Pochettino and I love him a lot. I love Pochettino a lot. I think he's an unbelievable manager. I don't think you can put him above Conte until he's won something. Considering how much Conte has won.
I likes him. I've
I've got to be fair and balanced.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Yeah, go on.
What do you think? Would you have Pochettino over Conte?
If you're going on this season alone, then I think Mopo just edges it. But all in all, Conte, you won the league with how many points this last season? It was one of the most ever, or the most ever?
Second most.
Was that second? So, just on that alone, I think you've got to pick Conte.
Well, if we're going to pick Conte, I'm fine with that.
Well, listen, he's not going to be there next season, so it's all right. It's all right.
Funny thing is, Conte is the one going to be out of the job in the summer.
Do you reckon if you don't win anything next year, do you think Pochettino's still going to be at the club?
I think so. I can't. There's no reason why.
Was it 4 years?
This is his fourth year. Yeah.
Pochettino is Daniel Levy's dream.
Cheap, doesn't really.
And he improves players. He doesn't have to have a big budget to improve season on season.
Brings through the youngsters, you know what I mean? He's a
perfect manager
for Daniel Levy.
All right. Cheers for coming on, guys. That was our combined 11. Leave comments below. Let us know what you think. Who should get in the team? Let us know your thoughts. Check out 100% Chelsea. The link will be in the description below. Cheers for coming on, lads. Cheers. Come on, you Spurs.